Well, hello everybody, this is old Griff. I'm kind of like the old ranger on the Death Valley days. I got stories to tell you. Now, I'm sitting in my home and I had an email come to me that asked me if I knew anything about the release of evidence. Well, I know a little bit, only because I was the first person in Fulton County that ever went to the police academy. Well, anyway, I was told a story about some people going to the police station wanting to get a release copy of the release of the vehicle on the tragedy of the man committing suicide on 13th Street. Well, as usual, when you go to City Hall, you get the runaround. And I can tell you right now, that's the usual, typical way the government does things. So anyway, they were told, apparently, as it was told to me, the mayor and the city attorney released it because it was for sentimental reasons. Then I found out that this sentimental vehicle that was released was put on Facebook for sale. Car for sale cheap. Well, this kind of irritated me, and again, I look into things. If I see something I don't like, I don't complain. I look into it. I'm very good at it. So I started looking into it. The first thing I did was I filed a public records request to the police station. And I asked for a copy of the release of the vehicle. Well, I got a response. It can't be released due to it's still under investigation. Now that part I understand, because sometimes the media releases too much before the case would even come to court. Well, since they couldn't do that, what I did was I went to City Hall and I asked another simple question. Who released it? Well, the city attorney is gone, and this ain't the first trip. So I keep digging and keep digging and keep digging. Finally, I found out that the city attorney by phone called. Now, they have an evidence officer, but most generally, the evidence officer gets it from somebody of authority, higher than her. Because otherwise, whoever is responsible, would be responsible for the whole thing. Well, I finally got a copy of the release with the signature. And the reason I wanted the release is because it would have the signature. Okay, the evidence officer, and she did this properly, signed the release along with the person's signature who was the sister of the person involved. Well, it just goes on and on. Now, I also I found out that there's probably about 7 or 8 officers that made supplement reports on that case, which probably has nothing to do with the release. But what I'm trying to tell you and trying to get across, if you don't get involved, the city and the county and the state and the feds is going to own this country. But that's the end of the story. And there's absolutely, my big question was this. If you can't get a release of the copy because the investigation is going on, then how can you release the vehicle if the case is still being under investigation? And that's about the sum of it.